Hi, I'm Rory from powerballs.com, and this is Powerball. And this is a short 1-2-3 step tutorial showing you the quickest way to actually start your chord start Powerball model, and also how to use it properly. Your Powerball has, in the center of its rotor, a hole. In this case, in this particular model, there's 2 or 3 holes, but generally there's one main hole in there which is beveled. Your cord, which comes with your Powerball, generally comes with two starting cords. It will have a little hard tip at the end of it. That little tip goes into the hole and it allows the cord to gain purchase as you're actually winding it around the rotor. We always jam the cord between the rotor's shell and the finger. It means that it actually goes on nice and tightly with no slack. Less chance for it to get tangled. So you keep winding and winding until there are about 2 inches of cord left, or 3 inches of cord left. Put the ball into your dominant hand and let the cord dangle down. Take a good firm grip of it, fingers all around. I'm left-handed usually, but in this case I'm going to just do this with the right hand because it seems that more people are actually right-handed. Take the actual cord, and this is a really important part. You pull it straight down. You don't pull it left, you don't pull it right, you don't pull it at an angle. You pull the cord straight down, or if you prefer, you pull it straight up. We recommend you pull it down, it's easier. But it must go straight down, because if it doesn't, the cord tip will actually get stuck. Perhaps it will, perhaps it won't, but sometimes the cord will actually get stuck inside in the hole and it'll get snagged around the rotor's axle. It's a bit of a mess, but it actually can be unwound relatively easy, but you don't want that. Pull the actual cord straight at all times. So give it a good little tug. Rotor set in motion immediately. You can see it in this case because this ball lights up in blue. Now here's the key. As I say, I'm left-handed. I'm going to just try this demonstration in left hand. You keep your arm absolutely rock solid steady. You do not move your arm. All of this work is done with the wrist only. The arm stays steady. Nice, slow, lazy, wide rotation of the wrist. Nice, big, wide, lazy turns. You can see there's no particular rush. At the start, when the rotor speed is slow, it's nice, slow, lazy turns. The trick here is that you need to get in absolute sync with the spinning rotor. You can see that rotor spinning around there, spinning on 2 axes, X and Y axis. You need to be fully in sync. Your wrist turns need to be fully in sync with those turns that the rotor is making. If you're not, the ball will start making kind of a clacking noise and it'll slowly die. And you'll see it getting slower and slower and slower, and eventually it'll die, and you'll think the ball is faulty, and it's not. It's just the fact that you're out of sync with the rotor, exactly like a hula hoop. You can imagine your hula hoop. You're there, you're gyrating your body, you're out of sync with the hula hoop falls to the ground like a useless piece of plastic. Powerball, if you don't spin it right, if you're not in sync with the actual the rotor inside, is also a useful piece or a useless piece of plastic. It's just literally, it's a mixture of plastic and metal in this case, but if you're not in sync with the rotor, it will die and you'll think it's faulty when it's not. It just means you need to get back in sync by nice, wide, slow, lazy turns, and then you'll feel the resistance starting to build. As the rotor is spinning, it's generating this resistance. It's called gyroscopic precession. It's an inertial resistance which fights. The ball is fighting against my wrist right now. It doesn't look it through the video, it just looks like something that's spinning. But if you had actually if you were holding the ball in your hand right now, you would feel this resistance right throughout the full kinetic chain from fingertip right up to shoulder. The whole arm is actually undergoing this gyroscopic precession. It's like gravity fighting against your hand. And the faster the rotor spins, the more resistance it creates. But again, the principle here, arm stays steady if you have to, because some people actually have a sort of a habit of moving their arms. You can hold the wrist in place if you wish. Rotate, nice, slow, steady turns of the wrist. And as the speed builds, you can increase the actual rotational speed. But at the start, it's slow, steady rotation of the wrist. So just to repeat, cord tip goes into the actual hole. Jam the cord between the shell and your fingers. Wind it several turns until there's only 2 or 3 inches remaining. Hold the ball in your dominant hand. Ideally it's right hand if you're right-handed, left if left-handed. Nice firm grip, fingers all around it. Give the cord a serious pull down, fast, sharp, but it must go straight. It does not go at an angle. If it goes at an angle, you can get it snagged. You can lose the tip of the cord, or it can get snagged up in the ball. And then nice, slow, steady rotations of the wrist, not of the arm. You know you're doing it wrong if the ball dies. As I say, it's not the ball, it's your technique, it's your coordination is just out of sync with the spinning rotor. If after watching this video you still are unable to actually get the ball started, please send us an email to help@powerballs.com and include a contact telephone number. It doesn't matter where in the world you're based. A contact telephone number to help@powerballs.com. It's not the ball that's faulty, it's your technique, and we will call you and we'll talk you through it. We will not fail, and you will not fail. The product is excellent, and you'll see what all the fuss is about when you actually get it spinning. It'll make really, really strong forearms, wrist and grip strength. It's great for sports. It's also fabulous if you've got some sort of an RSI injury, pain like tennis elbow or carpal tunnel syndrome, because you can, as you can see, you can spin it at slow speeds or you can spin it at high speeds. High speed builds muscle, slow speeds rehabilitates by driving blood flow. At the start, slow, lazy, wide rotation of the wrist. Arm always steady. It must be wrist only. And if you're out of sync, the ball will die or it'll clack. It just won't feel good. If you're in sync, you'll feel this really surreal gyroscopic precession start to build from fingertip to shoulder. And then you can decide what speed you want to actually go at. If you just want to spin slowly and casually, or if you want to really go fast for 30 seconds. If you're failing, and you won't be failing, I trust, after watching this video, help@powerballs.com with your phone number. We'll call you. If you want to send us a quick email telling us how you're getting on, giving us some feedback, please do. We always love to hear from our customers. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you very much for purchasing our product, by the way. We're most appreciative to all of our customers. And thank you for watching this video.